Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and now we have our solving the cube video. So I'm going to show you how to solve the cube. I've already showed you a video. That was our first Rubik's Cube video, and now I'm going to show you an example. This has been scrambled. This is our scrambled cube, and this is a very good example. So we're going to do a couple of examples of how to solve the cube. As you know in the first video, I recommend you watching this. So I recommend you watching that previous video of how to solve the cube to get a better understanding of how to do it. If so, and if you've watched that video, this will be good for you. This will be the perfect video on how to improve your skills. So this is what the cube looks like to begin with. So you can see the front face, the white face, you can see the blue face, the yellow face, the green face, and then you can see the orange face, the yellow face, the pink face, and we're back to the first face. So, as you should know in the previous video, that we always left our white face on the top to begin with. And now, we looked for a piece on the bottom which contains white, and it's white and orange. Here's a piece with white on it. If you don't have a piece with white on it, which is in the bottom, and it's on the middle layer, such as this piece here, all you need to do is remove it by bringing it down, like so, and taking it out. And you just work again from here. So we're going to go back to where it actually was. So it was actually here. So, let's solve the cube together step by step. First, we want our white face pointing upwards. Now we look for a cube along the bottom to begin with. So this is our edge piece. So you should know we made the cross. And now we're going to join up the colour, which is an orange. It's white and orange. We're going to join up to its core in a colour, which is this piece. And now we rotate 180 degrees, and we're here. But this is one of the problems you might face. So, in this position, turn this way, rotate the cube like so, tilt up, and go back to where it came from. And as you can see, the white and orange match the orange and the white. So now we're going to look for another piece, if there are any more along the bottom. And here we go. We have white and blue. So we do the same thing, and we look for the blue piece. Rotate 180 degrees. And from here, this still doesn't work, so we rotate downwards, and we do the same thing. And go back. So if we didn't go back, this would be solved, but the inner core colours wouldn't be right. So you can see here, this works, white and white, but blue and orange doesn't. And same thing with orange and green. You've messed up the algorithm. So if you go back, it fixes the orange, it maintains the orange, and it maintains the blue. Now we have a white and green piece already on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it down to the bottom by rotating it all the way. And now we match the white and green piece with the green in the core. Rotate 180 degrees. And from here, we know that it is not working. So we take it down, rotate, and we do the same thing. We lift it back up and return to where it came from so the inner cores all match up. So this hasn't matched up because we don't have our piece here. So let's review all these pieces. White, white, blue, white, white, orange, white, white, green, and green. And we just need this last piece, which is here. So we need to remove it by taking it down to the bottom. We could also just turn it because it's next to its pink inner core. So you can see here, the pink core and the pink piece are already here. So we can just turn it instead of taking it down to the bottom, which is no good because it's already here. So if you're experienced, you know that we're going to move it back down to here. So we just moved it here, but this doesn't work. As you know, because all of our cubes haven't worked so far. If it was pink and white the other way around, then it would work, and then you've done step 1. But no, what we need to do is we need to rotate, as you should know by now because we've done 3 examples. Now we turn, lift, and return. So let's review all of them again to make sure we've done the white cross correctly. White, white, pink, white, white, blue, white, white, orange, white, white, green, and we have completed the cross. And that's step 1. Now we're going to be doing the white edges. Sorry, the corners. So the edges are these pieces, not to get mistaken. This is the corner piece. So we need to look at it, and we know it's white, green, and pink. And where is green and pink? So the green is here and pink is here, so we know it's going to go here. So, as you should know, we align it, and we do our 4-move method that you should already know, and you should already be perfected in it. So I'm going to show you once more, and then you should do the rest from there. You should know the rest. So the 4-move method is up. This is the left-hand 4-move, by the way. You can also do the right, so I'm going to go back and I'll show you the right. So the left is up, to the right, down, to the left. That's how it works. And now for the right, is going to be right, and it's going to be to the left. So it's going to be, let's go back. So it's going to be up, to the left, down, to the right. And now, if you want to solve this piece, you can't keep changing between left and right hand, as you should know. You just have to stick to one, and it should be eventually solved. So it's green and pink, and it goes in this square here. So we're going to do our 4-move method to reinsert it by taking this piece out. So I'm going a bit quicker here. And by that, it's been solved, as you can see here. Now we'll look for another piece, which contains white. And it's white, green and orange this time, which aligns here. So it's perfectly above where it needs to go. So we're going to do the right-hand move this time. And it's perfectly in its place. Now we're going to look for another piece. And it is this one here. But this is the wrong way around, and it's in the wrong hole. So what we need to do is we need to remove it and reinsert it. So what we need to do is we need to take it out. You could have taken it the other way. Doesn't really matter, but now you can just bring it out. Now you look for the piece, the pink and the blue, and you know it goes here. So let's put it on top of where it needs to go, and we do our 4-move method. And it's been solved. And the last piece is the white, blue and the orange, which goes here. So we put it on top of where it needs to go. So it needs to go here, so let's place it above. So now we do our 4-move method. We'll do the right-hand version. And it's been solved, simple as that. Now, we have orange and blue. And this is the second layer. So I went one step ahead of myself then, sorry. So this is the second layer, and what we need to do is we need to target these edge pieces here. These edges need to be replaced. So we look on the yellow cross now. And on the yellow cross, which are these pieces here, you should look at it and look if there are any pieces that don't have yellow on. So this has yellow, this doesn't have yellow, and neither does this. So we're going to take in these two pieces. And we know this piece goes here. So we're going to move it one place away, and we need to do our 4-move method. And to reinsert it, we need to do the left-hand variation, as you should know from the other video. Now, this has been inserted, magically is that. And now we have orange and blue. So we put it on top of the orange because it matches up. If you did this, by the way, it wouldn't work, as I told you in the other video. If you moved it one piece away, try to do it like this, it wouldn't work. You need to do it like this, on top of where it needs, on top of the orange and in between where it needs to go, and we take it away one place. And now we're going to do the left then right. It doesn't really matter. You can just stick to one if you want. It's not going to work. We're going to have to do it a couple of times. So you can see here it's moved up here instead, and it's been replaced with yellow and orange. So let's take it out, and now we'll reinsert it, and we'll look for it, and it's up here. So we take it away once more, and it should take a couple of times. If this happens, don't worry, you're still doing it correctly. See, simple as that. The orange and blue piece has been inserted. So now we look for another piece on the top which doesn't have yellow. This has yellow. Just ignore the corners. This has yellow. This doesn't have yellow, so it's orange and green. So it goes on top of the green. Move it one place away from where it needs to go, and we do the right-hand method. It doesn't really matter, just ignore me when I'm saying we're going to do the right-hand method. You can either do either. You can do left, then right. So when you insert pieces, you have to do both of them. But you have to do them differently. You have to do left, then right, or right, then left. Now we're going to look for another piece along the bottom. And we found this one. Now we need to look for blue and pink along the top. And blue and pink is here. So we're going to move it one place away from where it needs to go. and insert it left first, then remember to do the right method, then it has simply been solved. Now from here, we're going to have a look at the cross. We need to fix our yellow cross, and by that we need to do a method. And the method is, if you have no pieces currently, so if you have no pieces here, if you only have this central piece, do exactly what I'm doing, do this algorithm. So what you do is you take any of the colours, make sure that it's like this, and what you need to do is you need to turn it like so. So this is the position without any changes. So pretend there was no pieces around you. You just had this yellow piece. What you would do is you would go to any of the sides, turn it once, and you do our 4 move method. So right. It has to be the right hand for this instance. And now as this, you should have an L shape. As this, I don't have an L shape, so I'm going to keep repeating it until I do. So let's keep going. And I do have an L shape. So to begin with, I had a load of pieces, but I removed them all and I went down to nothing. Then I had a wrong position. Now I have an L, so I'm in the right track. If you have an L, a yellow L, place it in the top left corner. Now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to turn it once, and now you have to do your right left 4 move. And what you need to do is you need to return from where you came from, and if you have a horizontal line, you are in the right place. If you have a vertical line like this, just turn it around so your pieces are facing this way. You can't do anything like this. So I just matched up the yellow and the purple and the orange then, just ignore me. So you need to work horizontally. If you do the turning move now and the 4 move method, it won't work. This always has to be horizontal, like so. Work with it horizontal. Now, if we do this successfully, we should end up with a cross. Now we turn, now we do our 4 move method. And now we return. And we do have a cross. If you have pieces around the edges, just ignore them. If you have a yellow here, it doesn't really matter because you're still doing the right thing. Now our next step is to match up as many pieces as possible. So for some instances, you might have no pieces matched up to each other. So you want to match up these colours, these colours, these colours, and these colours. So as I had green matching up, and just green. And I reorganised it one place, and I had nothing working. And I did it once more, and I still had nothing working. And I did it once more again, and I had an orange and a blue matched up. That's why you need to keep turning it around and keep looking, and you might actually have something matched up, because some people do this and they think they have nothing. But if you've got 2, one on here and one next to it on the right, then you're doing well. So you need to put one on the back and one on your right, and you need to do a special move combination. And that move combination is, you need to lift right, turn once, bring back down, turn again. As you know this from the other video, you lift back up and return. And you bring back down, and if you had one on the back and one on the right, it should have worked. And all the pieces should be aligned. So we have green, orange, blue, and it's all aligned. We have pink. So if you have none aligned, then you just do it anyway from anywhere. And then if you have one on the front and one on the back, just keep doing it. Make sure they're horizontal to each other. Then you should end up with one on the front and one on the back. So one on the right and the back. And you should do it from there, and they should all be matched up. So let's review this again. If you have none that are matched up, so none of these pieces that are matched up, then do it from anywhere. Then if you have one matched up, do it once more, making sure that piece is on the right or the back. Doesn't really matter. Then if you have 2 that are horizontal, that's good. But if you have 3, just keep doing it from the one which doesn't have one. If you have 3, just make sure there's one on the back, one on the front. Doesn't matter if it's here or here. And if you have 2 that are horizontal to each other, So if you have two, you need to make sure they're horizontal to each other. Then you can do the turning method. Then this will work. And from here, if you have two which are next to each other, just put one on the back, one on the right, and they should all be matched up. Now from here, as you can see, everything is correct other than our piece position. So this is actually in the right position, but it needs to be tilted. Actually, all of these are in the right position. We are lucky enough. But some people might actually have a position where this piece is here or this piece is there. And then you would need to do something special. You would need to do this method here. You would need to turn to the right and lift up. Turn to the left, lift up. Turn to the right, bring down. Turn to the left, bring down. But I actually have all of mine matched up, so I didn't need to do that. So I have yellow, green and pink, and this is actually not mixed. This has actually been mixed up now, so I have to redo this. So I'm going to redo it to where it works. And now I have this piece in the right position, this piece is in the wrong position, and so is this. So I have to do it from where the piece is in the right place. So I have to go across right. And these look like they're all in the right position. So yellow, orange and green. Yes, this is already correctly in its right position and place. Yellow, pink and blue. So if they're in the right position like this but not in the right place, then rotate underneath and you're on your last step. And this is to solve the cube. So what you do here is you do the right 4-move method, and it's like this. And you have to wait until this piece is correctly in its place. Like so. This has been done. But now don't rotate to another perspective like so. Just rotate the underside and do it like this. Do the 4-move method with the right hand. Keep going until it's solved. And it's been solved. And rotate to the last piece which needs to be solved. And it's this yellow, green and orange piece. And you simply just do this. And it has been solved. And you have got a good example of how to solve a cube. So if you're still struggling to understand how it works, just write something in the comments below on how to do it, and maybe send a query of whereabouts you're stuck and what you don't understand, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.